Reading and writing does not support mental health. That's not what I'm saying. That's what most people believe. They think of therapy, they think of advice, they think of solutions. But not a page, but not notebooks and books. And yet, some of the most emotionally aware people have always returned to both, not as a method, as a way of staying with themselves. If you read the journals of Leo Tolstoy or the letters of Rainer Maria Rilke, you'll notice something very simple. They were not writing because they had everything figured out. They were writing while they were trying to understand. That distinction matters because most of us wait. We wait to feel better, we wait to be clearer, we wait to figure things out before we put them into words. But literature has always worked in the opposite direction. It begins in confusion, in tension, in things that don't fully make sense yet. And through language, it creates a way to stay with those experiences without being overwhelmed by them. That's where its connection to mental health begins, not in fixing and holding. When you read something that reflects how you feel, you're no longer alone inside that feeling. It's been named, shaped, given form outside you. That distance matters because emotions that stay entirely internal can feel consuming. But when you see them expressed in a sentence, in a character, in a passage, they become something you can observe, not just experience. That's why certain books feel like they arrive at the right time. They don't remove what you're feeling, they make it more bearable to stay with. And then writing continues that process. If reading is where you recognize something, writing is where you respond to it. You take what felt external and bring it into your own language, even if that language is incomplete. Especially if that language is incomplete. Even if it's just, I didn't realize I felt this until I read it. That sentence is doing some emotional work because it connects awareness to expression, and that connection is what supports mental health over time, not perfectly but consistently. There's also something important to say here. This is not a replacement for therapy, it's something more foundational. It's a daily relationship with your own inner world. One that doesn't depend on crisis, one that doesn't wait until things become overwhelming. It exists in ordinary moments. You read a page, something stays, you write a few lines, and slowly you build familiarity with yourself. That familiarity reduces the distance between what you feel and what you understand. And that distance is often where confusion and overwhelm grow. There's a long tradition of this kind of inner work through language. Virginia Woolf wrote not to solve her inner life, but to trace it. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily as a way of studying his thoughts, not for an audience, but for alignment. And what both of them practiced in different ways was attention. Sustained, honest attention to what was happening inside them. That's what reading and writing can become for you. Not something you do occasionally, something you return to, especially when things feel unclear. If you think about it, mental health is not only about solving problems, it's about being able to stay with your experience without immediately turning away from it. And that's exactly what this practice supports. So maybe it's not about can reading and writing improve your mental health? And instead, it's more about when was the last time you gave your inner world enough attention to actually understand what you were feeling. Tell me, when you read something that feels close to your own experience, do you stay with it? Or do you move on before it has a chance to open something in you? Because sometimes the support you're looking for is not in finding the right answer, it's in building a way to stay with yourself through whatever you're experiencing.